MindShifter Audio Blog, a place for your mind to grow.
How Douig Died. Douig used to try, not in some heroic movie-worthy way, just regular effort. He applied for jobs that scared him a little. He followed up on emails. He made plans. He had opinions about his own future. He was not extraordinary. He was engaged with life. Then something shifted. Not all at once. Slowly. The way a room gets dark when the sun goes down. You don't see the moment it happens. You just look up one day and realize you can't see anymore. You see, it wasn't one thing. It never is. The promotion went to someone he trained. The relationship he invested 3 years in ended in a single conversation. The business idea he finally got brave enough to share got laughed out of the room. He asked for help and didn't get it. He showed up and wasn't seen. He tried and tried and tried, and the return on that investment kept coming back empty. None of it was catastrophic enough to explain what happened next. But all of it was enough to make him stop. The first thing Douig stopped doing was applying himself. He told himself he was waiting for the right opportunity. He would apply when he felt more ready, when things made more sense, when the timing improved. First, he stopped reaching out. Then, he stopped initiating hard conversations. He stopped volunteering ideas in meetings. He stopped imagining a different version of himself. He did not announce any of this. He just quietly reduced effort and then quietly reduced it again. Now, Douig still goes to work. He still pays his bills. He still answers texts. If you asked him how he is doing, he would say he is fine. Nothing about Douig looks alarming. He shows up, he functions, he participates in the basic requirements of being alive. That is what makes this so dangerous. There was no explosion, no meltdown, no dramatic collapse, no rock-bottom moment that would force someone to intervene. Douig did not fall apart, but he did check out. It didn't happen in one moment. It happened in small agreements he made with himself in the dark. Trying is exhausting. Risking disappointment is worse. Lower the bar. Lower it again. Survive. He agreed that effort was no longer worth it. He agreed that potential was optional. He agreed that existing was enough. He stopped building his own life. And when you stop building your own life, something else quietly begins to dismantle it. He doesn't feel it yet. That's the cruelest part. He doesn't feel the promotion he would have gotten if he had applied. He doesn't feel the relationship that would have changed his life if he had initiated. He doesn't feel the idea that would have worked this time if he had tried again. He doesn't feel any of it because you can't feel a life you chose not to live. But the people around him are starting to feel it. His kids are growing up watching a man who has quietly given up, and they are learning what effort is worth. His colleagues stopped bringing him into conversations because he stopped having anything to add. The people who once believed in him have quietly moved on, not with cruelty, just with the quiet resignation of people who waited and finally accepted that the Douig they were waiting for is not coming back. The world lost something when Douig checked out. Douig doesn't know that either. Douig still breathes, but the version of Douig who believed he could become more has laid himself to rest. The version who would take a swing at something bigger is gone. The version who would tolerate discomfort long enough to grow is gone. No one killed that version of Doug. Doug did. This is not just giving up. This is not just disappointment. This is not just being tired. This is not just depression. There is a name for what happened to Doug. It is called mental suicide. Mental suicide is the slow, daily withdrawal of effort from your own life. It is the decision made quietly and repeatedly to stop investing in yourself while still remaining physically alive. It is the execution of your own potential and future without a single dramatic moment to show for it. No blood, no sirens, just a man who stopped trying to become. Doug did not hit rock bottom. He hit the giving up point. He is not in an obvious crisis. He is in a bad agreement with himself. He thinks he is being realistic. He thinks this is just what life looks like after a certain point. He thinks the people who are still trying are naive, delusional, haven't learned what he has learned. Doug has confused surrender with wisdom. And the most disturbing part is that nobody around him is arguing with that. Now, pause. You followed Doug through all of that. And somewhere in this, something felt familiar. Let me ask you something. Was this story really about Doug? Or was it about you?